Little smiles as well in that Ducati box. They've seen him do the long run thing. Now they've seen him do the single lap thing. There's not much more for Alvaro Bautista to prove this afternoon.
Yeah, let's see what his teammate can do though, because Rinaldi's on a very good lap at the 3/4 mark. So just coming into the last corner now.
Yes, 1/10 of a second down on Bautista, who is up again on his latest lap further around the circuit. This is Michael Ruben Rinaldi, fastest man in FP1. It is a new personal best for this afternoon, a 1 minute 41.836. So only 3.5 of a second slower than Bautista, but he does lose ground in sector 4. Gerloff continuing on and showing some decent pace late on in this session as well. Another 1 minute 42.2 from Gerloff. So strong signs for him.
Yeah, that's good consistency from Garrett, and exactly what you need to do is within 0.003 of a second of his fastest time last time around. So that's going to be boding well and trending well for the BMW team. We'll see if he's able to keep on it for another few laps, or if that's as many laps as he's able to pull out of that soft retire.
Dominic Egerton making his way to the line, set for a new personal best, but Alvaro Bautista behind him is going even better once again. So Bautista set for 2 strong laps in a row here, 3.5 minutes remaining in free practice 2. Bautista's already demolished the field with a 1 minute 41.486. Loses a bit of ground in that final sector, but it is a 1 minute 41.7, which is still faster than anyone else has gone in this FP2 this afternoon. Yeah,
and in that last sector on his fastest lap, he really hung it all out there to find a lot of lap time, and we'll see what he can do on his next lap as well. But for Rinaldi, good to see him up there in second fastest, and the reason I say that is that in Phillip Island we saw him a lot closer to Bautista than last year. Same in Indonesia in the free practice sessions. Assen was a disaster for him, but he's where he's been all the way through this season so far, just close to Bautista and able to really show that he has made a big step forward compared to last year. This is a good day for Rinaldi.
Scott Redding at the moment sitting in 7th fastest in FP2 this afternoon. He is up on what he's been able to do after sector 1. So let's hope that we can get the BMWs up towards the front as well and really bring some parity to this Catalunya round, because we've been saying it repeatedly through 2023. There is quite clear division at the moment between those manufacturers.
Yeah, and you can see here for Redding on a good lap again on his second lap in this stint, just time going away there in the middle sector. But for Redding, again, another indication that when the grip's there, the BMW's there. And it's just trying to get it where week in, week out, it's able to do that, and then it can manage the race. We heard from Sean Muir in free practice 1 about the difficulties they've had with that front tyre life. And for Scott, that was very evident last time out in Assen, where his pace really did drop off considerably in the closing laps.
So Jonathan Ray's been in. He is back out again now, just completing his installation lap for what's going to be his final stint, and final lap might get 2 laps in just at the end here, but I suspect it's going to be a single lap for Jonathan Ray. We're watching Scott Redding making his way now through the final turn. I don't think he's going to be able to improve on what he has been able to do to put himself in 7th fastest. Now a few tenths of a second down on that. And as far as the combined times are concerned, Garrett Gerloff 10th and Scott Redding in 11th. Not too promising at the moment for BMW. And the other side of the BMW motor ad box, of course, they've got a substitute rider this weekend who is still at a disadvantage, having missed free practice 1 as well.
Yeah, and when you lose that track time, it is very difficult to make it back up. So Lopez on the 75 machine, it's still down there, 21st spot. So for him, it's just about trying to enjoy the experience as much as anything else. There's no real expectation on what he can do, and we'll wait and see what happens for BMW going forward for when Van der Mark returns, and then also who goes onto that bike next time out in Misano.
Jonathan Ray with a good view of the back of Alvaro Bautista here as he makes his way through the right-hander at turn 9 and onto the back straight. A
really good second sector there for Ray. Interestingly, that's where Bautista gave up a bit of time to some of the other riders. Michael Ruben Rinaldi, the fastest rider in that second sector, but Jonathan Ray matching that pace as well, and a few tenths of a second faster than Bautista.
Yes, and Ray, remember, was the fastest man through sector 2 in FP1 this morning, so the bike working well through that second sector for Jonathan Ray. He's through sector 3 now, only a couple of tenths of a second down on Bautista's fastest time, so this looks like being a big improvement for Jonathan Ray as he makes his way off the final turn. Alvaro Bautista then will just about get another lap in here as Jonathan Ray goes up to P3, a 1 minute 42 flat, half a second down on Bautista.
But you can see in that last sector how the gap to Bautista just seemed to find a bike length here, a bike length there, and Ray ended up losing 0.3 of a second in that final sector. Now that is the sector where Bautista is particularly strong and a lot faster than everyone else really. He's even, compared to his teammate Rinaldi, he's a third of a second faster than him through there, so big jump being made in that final sector by the Ducati.
Checkered flag has already fallen, so this will be the final lap for Andrea Locatelli and Toprak Razgatlioglu. Not going to improve this time around, so Razgatlioglu remains 6th fastest this afternoon, and Locatelli remains 9th fastest, and neither of those riders able to improve on what they did in FP1. Those that have, Alvaro Bautista, we saw achieve that in stonking fashion. Jonathan Ray just about got underway with another lap before the checkered flag fell, but it's not going to be a fast lap. He has eased off on this one, and other riders who've improved well: Garrett Gerloff, Axel Bassani we talked about earlier on. Danilo Petrucci has made an improvement, top 10 for him this afternoon in FP2, so he'll be glad about that. Loris Baz as high as 13th, and then several riders further down the order: Koenig, Baldassari, Lopez getting his first lap time in, Sykes and Ryu with his first lap this afternoon, albeit just before his bike once again expired. Philip Ertl coming off the final turn now to take the checkered flag, and he was up after the first sector, but ultimately fails to improve, remains down in P16. He's a bit of a gap behind the other Ducatis so far this weekend, you'd have to say, on Friday here in Catalunya.